Hello facial posers. Today, just real quick, the importance of being a perfectionist with facial rehab. And what I mean by that is it is extremely different than any other kind of rehab. The facial muscles are very different than other muscles in your body. Other muscles in our body are meant to carry our weight, to support ourselves, to resist our body movement against a heavy load. Even our arm, just carrying a grocery bag, that requires a certain amount of work output of the muscle to be able to do this. In the face, it's completely different. For the face, you are only moving skin. Really, you're just moving the skin of your cheek, the skin that's covering your face, and you do not need any kind of strength. And this is where I think where most people make the mistake is early on they try to strengthen their face muscle. Facial rehab is not about strengthening the muscle. It's about regaining movement as the facial nerve heals and bring actually a nerve signal to that muscle that's going to make it contract. And then progressively, as you're getting more of that nerve signal, it is about precision and control. It is not about lifting weight. It's not about power. Nobody smiles like this. You don't need to do this. This is not how you retrain a smile. Same thing with involving your whole face. And this is why, and this is what is very complicated, I think, for most people to understand, because we want when the face is paralyzed, we want our muscle and our face to move as soon as possible, and we put just too much work into it, and it is not really efficient. And if you were to develop any kind of complication like synkinesis, it becomes actually more of a problem because you're reinforcing that synkinetic pattern. And so I would highly suggest that you do not do any exercise for your face. This is really a word that I do not like to use for facial rehab, because it's all about neuromuscular retraining, improving precision, control, target. That movement that you're doing with your face has to be targeted and performed by the muscle that it is intended to be used, and not the entire face as a compensation. So this is what we do a lot in my practice and with my patient in order to regain movement once you're in the paresis stage where there's actual movement, and also with the synkinesis stage. But before you can do that in the synkinesis stage, you need to be really mobilizing and stretching your face, so you don't have a stronger pull from the synkinetic muscle that is blocking the movement that the muscle you're trying to in the movement you're trying to rehab would be opposed to that. So it's like a tug of war. So for example, with your smile being this movement, this muscle here, your 𝘱𝘕𝘊 major, and the opposite muscle of this are all the muscles that are actually bringing all this down, including your platysma, which is all right here. And when your platysma, it's one of the often the main culprit in synkinesis. So as you're trying to smile, this is kind of, you're being held down. And when you're being held down, this is all you can do as a smile. So it's very important for people to understand that before you can even retrain your smile and finding the address of the muscle and all this, you have to stretch. And that is the most important thing, I think, in training synkinesis, is you cannot retrain your normal movement and delink your synkinetic pattern if you do not stretch. So this is why the stretching part is definitely number one in facial rehab, and there is really no other way to get there if you do not release all these muscle and you're staying tight. So I hope that was helpful. You have a good rest of the week. Take care.